let's talk about the mirror effect. You've probably heard spiritual teachers say that life is a mirror and everything is you pushed out, and everything that you experience is your reflection. It's all reflecting back at you what's going on inside you. You've probably heard the expression as above, so below, and as without, or as within, so without. So the meaning of this is that what's going on within is reflected without in the outside world. So, what does this really mean? How does this apply to us? And how do we use this mirror principle? So, when you think about it, we all come from one source. We're all coming from the same source energy. And if you think about your energy and the energy of, I don't know, let's say a chair, it's created from the same energy. If you think about the energy of a wall or a plant or a blade of grass, it's all created from the same energy. So it's just one source, and that source is in you, it's around you, it's in everything that is created. And that source energy is in everything. So you are everything. There is no separation. And that's why we say, as within, so without. So, a good analogy, if you were to think about this, if you were standing in front of a mirror and if you had a plain expression on your face, how long would it take for your reflection in the mirror to smile at you? Okay, so you can stand there forever. You know that the reflection isn't going to smile at you. You have to smile first, and then that's reflected in the mirror that you're standing in front of. So it's the same. If you stood at the mirror and you were crying when you stood in front of the mirror, how long would it take before the reflection of you stops crying? So the reflection of you in the mirror isn't going to stop crying before you stop crying. You're the source. It's all you. You are the cause, and the reflection is the effect. So you are the first cause. So this is really simple because you go first and then the universe responds. You have to decide how you want to be. You have to decide on your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, and then the universe responds in kind. So we have it the opposite way. We expect the universe to go first, and then we respond with happiness or whatever it is. We expect the universe to give us something in order for us to be happy. And that's why when we're working with the law of attraction, oftentimes we want to attract something in order to feel happy or feel abundant or feel healthy or feel a certain way. But really, it doesn't work that way. Your reflection is never going to be happy until you smile first. It's the same with the universe. And if you do use the law of attraction and you happen to create something in this way, it's not going to satisfy you for long because you're the source. If you're expecting things to create happiness for you, then you're always going to be wanting. And if you know that you're the source of happiness, that it comes from within you, then you can create things from that space of happiness, knowing that you're never going to be wanting because the source is inside you. So you're the first cause. Everything else in the mirror is a reflection of that. Everything else you experience in the world around you is a reflection of what's going on within you. And you, because you're the first cause, then you can experience whatever it is that you want. And if you don't believe me, you can try it. You can experiment with it. You can use this principle and have fun with it and really see how it works. So if you maybe you have somebody in your life that you're feeling that you don't get along with, or you're angry towards them, or you're holding resentment, or whatever it is, try changing your attitude towards that person or a situation, whatever it is, and watch as they change in response to you changing first, changing your attitude towards them. If you go around feeling resentment towards a person, they are never going to change if you are holding that vibration of resentment, because they can't change if you're holding that feeling towards them, because it's a mismatch. It's like saying that you have two magnets and they are attracted to each other or they're repelling each other. So if the magnets are repelling each other, if you're holding them the same way, they're never going to suddenly start attracting each other. You have to turn the magnets to the opposite side or switch the polarity in order for them to start attracting each other. So if the magnets are repelling each other, you have to switch the magnets to start attracting each other. You have to switch your inner in order to see the outer change. So if you are wanting something in your life, feel the gratitude first. And I know you've heard this before and you probably thought, oh, well, yeah, I know, feel the gratitude and then it'll come. But feel it first, not in a sense that, oh, yeah, I'll maybe feel a bit of gratitude and then I'll be truly happy when I get the thing. Or maybe I'll just experiment with feeling gratitude for 5 minutes, but then I'll go back to feeling resentment and whatever all the other feelings are. That's not going to work. If you feel the gratitude for 5 minutes and then go back to the feelings of lack or resentment or whatever other feelings that you had before, that's not going to work either. So begin to feel gratitude and watch as the things that you are desiring come to you, and you're attracting them not because you need them, not because you want them, but because they are so attracted to the vibration that you're already holding. So begin to let go of little worries, resentments, guilt, heavier emotions, anything that's been bogging you down, and watch as the things that you thought caused the worries and the resentments and the guilt, watch as they seem to disappear. And they may not disappear immediately, but if you hold that feeling of being neutral or even just being a little bit happier, then you'll find that things begin to shift. Or maybe the thing or the person that used to bother you just doesn't bother you anymore. Now, one important point that I wanted to mention is that you still have to honor your emotions. If you're feeling anger or resentment or whatever it is towards somebody, and you are ignoring that or you're denying it or pretending that you're not feeling that, that's not going to work. It's just going to resurface. So you have to acknowledge, yes, I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling this way because this happened, and it's okay to feel that way. But now I'm choosing to let this go and to move on. So if you go through this process, if you talk yourself through it, acknowledge it, acknowledge why this emotion is here, why it's happening, and then also state your intention to let it go and to move on. That will work wonders rather than just trying to deny the emotion and to pretend it's not there and to pretend to be happy. It's like putting a band-aid or a plaster over a wound and pretending the wound has disappeared. So acknowledge your emotions, acknowledge why you're feeling those emotions, and then set the intention to let go and to release. And if you're having trouble letting go, you may want to do something further, like journaling or tapping or something that will really help you to let go. I've a video that goes into this in more detail. It's called The Best Method to Master Your Vibration in 60 Seconds or Less. I'll leave a link at the end to that if you want to go and have a look at that. So remember, it's all you. The world is your mirror. And in order to experience what you want, you have to change within first in order then to see the change reflected without, see that change with reflected in the world around you. And there might be a slight delay in receiving that information from the physical world because that's how physical reality works. It's a little bit slow sometimes to respond. And that's okay because otherwise we'd just be creating things that we didn't want and allow for that time lag, so to speak. And there may be cases where you get instant results. Like I was saying, if you drop a resentment towards somebody and you truly let it go from the depths of your heart and you really are in that space of forgiveness and releasing and letting go, you may see an instant result in that person. They may instantly change towards you, and suddenly you notice you're getting on with them, your relationship has changed. You really see that instant result. And that's because things with emotions are more etheric, they're less tangible than physical things. So you may see a quicker response. There can be instant manifestations with physical things as well, but it's less likely. There's more likely to be a little bit of a delay. So the main thing is to go and have fun with this mirror principle. Get working on it, use it, have fun with it, and let me know how you get on.